How's it going, everybody? Cameron here with Canadian Gamer, coming at you with a little bit of a different video today. Couple of things here, couple of housekeeping notes. Beer of the day, Grolsch, if that's how you pronounce it. Up here in Ontario, Canada, we finally are able to purchase alcohol at our local convenience stores, gas stations, etc. For the longest time, well, forever, we weren't able to do that. So if you wanted to buy a case of beer, you have to go to the beer store. Well, beer store only open until 5 o'clock in some areas in the city. A lot of them might be open till 9. We also have what's called the LCBO, which is basically your liquor depot, and it's the same thing. You know, most of the smaller areas outside of the city, the LCBO would close, you know, around 5 or 6. In the city, it'd be open till 9. So just a bit of a pain in the ass. And with recent, I guess you would say, legislation that has passed, it makes things a lot easier to get drunk. So also, I've got a better camera that I can use. I have like a really good camera that I could use for shooting videos, which I have used before. But I also have one that's better than this camera, but it's not the best one that I have. The reason why I mentioned it, I'm going to dig it out tomorrow, and I'm going to put it on another tripod I have, and I'm going to set it up perfectly so going forward I can use that camera. Not that you guys care, but some of you do, and you make note of my my lower level quality of my videos. So that'll be changing soon. Keep an eye out for that. What else is there? What else is there? Lots and lots and lots of things going on. I have tomorrow off, so I've got a few things to do around the house. A few other things car related that I have to work on as well. But really, the main thing I wanted to talk about in this video here today is not even gaming related, and I don't care if this video doesn't get many views. Oh, I know what it was I wanted to mention. The last video I posted a couple of days ago, I made mention of Linkin Park, the reformed Linkin Park, and I posted a video clip in that video along with some audio. This doesn't happen very often. Usually, you know, you do something like that, you get a copyright claim, which means there's no issue with your video, you just can't monetize it. The video is monetized, but the monetization goes to the holder of the claim, right? That's how it works, contrary to popular belief. But this one here, I got the video completely blocked. No monetization, but it was completely blocked as well. So you could not see the video, or it didn't matter what country you're in, it got blocked. So I had to edit the video in YouTube Editor and remove all audio and video in relations to that Linkin Park song. The only time this has ever happened to me, I used audio from the song Green Onion, and that one there, even then, it wasn't completely blocked. It was just blocked, the video was blocked in certain countries. But this, the Linkin Park, the new song, the video went up and it was live for a couple hours. Many of you saw it, and then YouTube eventually just blocked it all together, but I was able to get it back up and running after I edited the video. So I did want to mention that as well. I thought that was kind of interesting. But anyways, already 4 minutes and 20 seconds, 4:20 into the video here. I wanted to talk about sunglasses, okay? That's the topic of conversation today. So, I'm sweating like a pig here. Sunglasses, you know, whether or not you think, I got something in my face here. What is going on? Sunglasses. So, give you a bit of a backstory. Growing up, didn't have a lot of money. Started working when I was in my teenage years. Had a little bit of money. But a lot of times when you're that young, you end up spending your money on stupid shit. Which could include sunglasses, but not me. I had relatively nice clothing. I always had nice jeans. Nice shoes, Doc Martens. Nice running shoes. Always trying to look after my car. I had a used car, but it was brand new to me. But as far as sunglasses were concerned, I never really wore sunglasses when I was a child. And then once I got into my teenage years and you want to be cool, I just remember we went on a school trip to the Toronto International Auto Show. And this would have been around 1995, 96. And let me take a sip of my beer here, getting parched. At the time, Oakley's was all the rage. And let me tell you, the Oakley sunglasses, how they looked back then is not how they look today, let me tell you. The glasses, they had the big popular Oakley sunglasses. I almost said ocular rift there. They were like bug-eyed. And they had rubber on the arms. And you could get them in all kinds of cool colors and different colored lenses. And so anyways, we went to the Toronto International Auto Show. Our class did, our automotive class. And at the auto show, there was an area, kind of like at the retro gaming conventions, there was an area where there was a bunch of vendors that were selling things that had nothing to do with automotive. And there was a lot of vendors that were selling what we would call Folkleys. So basically fake Oakleys. They looked real, but they obviously weren't. And I ended up picking up a nice pair of blue Oakleys, and they had a cool graphic on them, and the lenses were orange. And I'm not quite sure what happened to them. I'm sure they fell apart. They broke. You could tell they were fake, right? You could tell they were fake. And so that was that. And then, you know, as the years went on, I would typically buy cheap sunglasses. And, because I just didn't care. And then, I want to say around 2006, 2007, I bought a pair of Ray-Ban 2140s. Is that the model number? The Wayfarers, the classic style, you know, from the 50s that everybody wears. Now that's one of the most reproduced pair of sunglasses of all time. You can go to the dollar store and buy a pair of, not Ray-Ban knockoffs, but they essentially are. They look like the 2140s. They just don't say Ray-Ban on them, right? Well, I bought a pair off of eBay. I think I paid 65 bucks, which is not a lot of money, but to me back then, 2008, 2009, 65 bucks for a pair of used 2140s sounded like a pretty good deal to me. So I got these Ray-Bans in the mail. Oh, they were nice. They were nice. Nowadays, I really wouldn't wear that style, but like for me, I couldn't believe it. A real pair of Ray-Bans came in the gray Ray-Ban cardboard box. Had the sunglasses, what would you call it there? Not a clamshell, but the case. It has almost like an alligator skin on it, and it says Ray-Ban. And it came with the warranty paper as well, which all Ray-Ban sunglasses come with. And I wore these Ray-Bans for probably 2 years. And every time I put they had the little etching, little R etching on one of the lenses to prove that it was real. And then one day I got in my car. It was in my mother's garage, and I had been detailing my car that day. And I guess I had put the sunglasses on the driver's seat. So when I got in, I sat on the sunglasses. Oh, I was fucking pissed. I was so pissed. I snapped one of the arms off. So I said to myself, I said, well, I could order another pair online, but like, why don't I just go to the mall and take a look? You know, it's more expensive to buy a pair at what they call the Sunglasses Hut, than it is to buy a pair online potentially, but at least I can try them on. Or I can go to the mall and maybe get an idea of what I really want, and then I can go home and order it. So I bring and I wanted to see if maybe they could repair the hinge, right, on my Ray-Bans. So I go to the mall, I drive out to the mall, I walk in and I look at the Ray-Bans. And I look at my pair. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, holy. I'm like, why does the hinge look different? I'm like, and then it dawned on me, I had been wearing fake Ray-Bans for the better part of 2 years. But here's the catch. There's fake, and then there's repros that look almost real. And that's basically what this was. They looked real until you saw a real pair. And then you recognize that the case I had was not authentic. Even the warranty paper was not authentic. The colors were off on it. And the glasses were not authentic. When you looked at the real pair and you looked at the craftsmanship of the hinges, and then you saw the pair that I had been wearing for 2 years, unbeknownst to me, that they were fake, I couldn't freaking believe it. I couldn't believe it. So then while I'm there, I ended up buying a real pair. I paid full price for a real pair of Ray-Bans. And I wore them for a long time. I took care of them, always in the case, always, you know, wiping them down with a little cloth. And maybe 2.5, 3 years later, I had my sunglasses on my center arm console in the car. And I was in the car one day and I put my elbow down like this, right on the sunglasses, and I fucking broke them again. I broke them again. I couldn't believe it. I'm like, this time, I broke a real pair of Ray-Bans. I was so pissed. I picked them up and I just wrung them out with my hands and threw them out the window. I said, that's it. I am done buying expensive sunglasses. I said, fuck this. This is a ridiculous, not a return investment. So then I started buying like the middle ground. So what I like to call the middle ground is, so you can go to Walmart as an example and buy a pair of aviators for 20 bucks, right? And they're crap. Or you could go the other end of the spectrum and buy a pair of real Oakleys or Ray-Bans or Carreras and pay upwards of $200, $300, $400, sometimes even more, and you're running the risk of breaking them. The middle ground is when you go to a place like Sports Check, Sports Expert as an example, and you can buy a pair of brand name sunglasses for like 40 bucks or 50 bucks. So, you know, they're not dollar store, excuse me. They're not dollar store quality. They're not high end. They're middle of the road. So they're gonna last long as you take care of them. But if you break them, you're not gonna lose any sleep over it. So I bought a pair recently, and I wore them for 6 to 8 months, and then eventually one of the lenses popped out. I was like, what the fuck? What the fuck? So then I went and bought another pair. And the pair I bought had, you know, like the little rubber piece that sits on your nose? This pair of sunglasses had like the rubber on it. And I wore them for about a month and a half, and then the rubber piece fell off. I'm like, oh my God, Jesus Christ. Holy crap. So then, recently, a couple of weeks ago, I don't know how long it's been now, maybe 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago. I had 2 weeks ago. I went to Sport Experts and I said to myself, I'm gonna buy myself, well, I said I'm gonna take a look, but maybe I'll buy myself a real pair of Oakleys. So full circle here, folks. Full circle, okay? Like how long ago was it? 29 years ago? I started this journey by buying a pair of Oakleys, fake Oakleys. 29 years later, I go in and I find what I'm looking for. I find the Oakley, the classic Oakley, the gas cans is what you're seeing here, the gas cans, okay? And it said they were 160 bucks, but when I went up to the cash, it rang it in for 140, which is not bad, not bad. And as soon as I got out to my car, of course, I had to put them on. I put them on, I'm like, wow. I'm like, you can clearly tell. You know, a lot of people will roll their eyes when you say, oh, the lenses, there's a huge difference. But you can clearly tell, much like the Ray-Bans, when you put these on, you can tell when you look through the lenses, it's an expensive pair of sunglasses. So these were perfect for me. I wanted the matte black gas cans with the black lenses. So I was really happy about this. And this was basically where the story was going to end, you know? Taking care of my Oakleys, wiping them down every chance I get, trying to baby them. Okay, this was the video that I was going to put out for you guys. It was going to end here. No. What did I do? What did I do today? What did I do today? I fucking sat on them. I sat on these. I sat on these and instantly I snapped one of the arms off. broke them. Or so I thought. So I thought. I'm not going to do it here because I don't want to tempt fate, but these are hingeless. So basically when you, I don't know if you can see that, but when you pop the arm off, you can, thank God, you can pop them back in. And I imagine that was done by design choice. That was absolutely brilliant. So the company, the brand Oakley, I'm sold on them now. I couldn't believe it. I thought, here we go again, broke another pair. I was in shambles. I was like, do I just go back out and get another pair of gas cans? Or do I just say fuck it and go get another cheap pair? And I was able to pop the arm back in. I cannot believe it. So that's pretty much what I wanted to talk about. I know it's kind of a silly topic, but I wanted to hear from you guys, your experiences on sunglasses. What are your thoughts and opinions on it? Do you think it's stupid to buy an expensive pair of sunglasses? I still think it is. However, these were good. These were good because I was able to pop the arm back on, and these weren't terribly expensive. They were 140 bucks. But to pay like $300, $400 for a designer pair of sunglasses and then they break, that's a tough pill to swallow. Because like I said, it's a double-edged sword, right? You could buy a cheap pair of aviators from Walmart, and sure, they're not going to last you very long, but as soon as they break, you could go back to Walmart and buy another pair, right? But all that being said, I think if you can find the right pair of sunglasses that are built with quality in mind, like these Oakley gas cans, then I do think it's worth paying a premium. I do. I wasn't so sure when I bought them, but after what happened today and being able to repair these sunglasses myself, yeah, I would not have been able to clip the arm back on a $20 pair of sunglasses. That would have been a wrap, right? So yeah, fucking sunglasses. It's always something. Always something. And it's not if or when they break. You know, if I could have just as easily sat on these, if I would have sat on them the wrong way, I imagine I would have probably broken one of the lenses, right? It's just lucky enough. I guess it's just the way my ass hit the sunglasses. They were sitting like this and it just twisted the arm and I was able to fix it. But yeah, I just wanted to share my thoughts on the world of sunglasses. My harrowing journey last 29, 30 years of buying cheap sunglasses and expensive sunglasses and knockoffs and repros and full circle buying a real pair of Oakleys now that I can actually afford them. Crazy, crazy, crazy. So I'm going to cut it off there right at the 18-minute and 27-second mark. I will be back with something a little bit later. Anyways, guys, that is going to do it for me. Thanks so much for watching. Have a good day.